Hey friends, Shelby here, and we are doing a yoga flow today to help with back pain. So this can be mid back, low back, upper back. We're going to stretch it all out, mobilize those areas, and hopefully relax and calm and decrease pain in those spaces. So I woke up today, knew I was gonna film today, and my mid back was killing me. So I was like, this will be a perfect flow for y'all. So hopefully this helps you. Let's get started. Let's just get started in a seated position, just to ground down for a few moments. We'll only be here for a few breaths, okay? So whatever seated position feels best for you, let's close or soften your eyes. Lengthen out through the crown of your head, root down through your seat, lengthen through your spine, and relax through your shoulders, your eyes, your jaw. Let's bring your palms face up on your knees. Ready to receive what this practice has to bring us. Staying open to the possibilities. Staying open to that possibility of healing. Just inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Let it all go. 2 more of those. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. And you can keep your eyes closed. Let's rock forward to our hands and knees. Tabletop. And I want you to keep your eyes closed and just move in any way that feels good to you here in this tabletop. So maybe that's a cat-cow, maybe that's a C-curve of your spine. So wagging your tail one way and then the other. Maybe it's some hip circles. And we're linking your movement with your breath. So each movement is led by either an inhale or an exhale through your nose. Just getting into your body, not doing anything that causes more pain. So maybe we find a movement that feels good and it feels like it's stretching things out, and we stick to that. And we're breathing life into your back. Breathing health and wellness and mobility and softness and strength. 3 more breaths wherever you're at. And then we'll find your tabletop, shoulders over wrist, hips over knees. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze out and up. Exhale, hug your belly in, look towards your belly button. Inhale, arch it out. And exhale, round. Let your head hang heavy. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round it out. Continue this cat-cow. And if you'd like, we can do it faster, releasing anything that we don't need here. So inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth and finding this movement that releases any stuck energy that we don't need in your back. So you can look up here if you want to see how it looks to go faster. Inhale, exhale. Do 3, 2, 1. Bring your toes together, your knees out wide. Child's pose. Rest your third eye down to the ground. Connecting your forehead with the mat. Soft breaths here. Inhale, filling up the back of your heart. And exhale, soften through your upper, mid, and low back. Slowly start to walk your hands over to the left. Plant into your left hand, opening up through your right rib cage. So both hands are planted, but your left hand is really pressing into the ground, opening up through the side body. One more breath here. Over to the other side. Over to the right, planting your right hand down, really opening up through the left rib cage. Big breath here. Come back to center. Walk your hands, or lift your hips. Walk your hands forward, back to your tabletop. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky and thread it through. So we're threading the needle through, getting a nice twist through your back, stretching through your upper back. Left hand is planted, or you can reach forward or wrap it all the way around to your right hip crease. Breathing here. And traditionally in our yoga flows, we breathe in and out of your nose. But if you feel like you need to release something, if you feel like, you just need to let go a little bit more, exhale through that mouth. Plant your left hand, inhale your right arm back to the sky. Plant your right hand down. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale, thread it through. Same thing on this side. You can reach forward, reach around, whatever feels best. Plant your right hand and inhale your left arm up to the sky. Exhale your left hand down. Lengthen out your stance. So coming into your puppy pose, hands are forward, really far forward onto your mat. Inhale, exhale, melt your chest down to the ground. Bring your forehead or your chin down to your mat. Hug your belly up and in so that your hips move up and back. 3 breaths here. Slowly start to lift out of it, hands underneath your shoulders. 1 round of cat-cow. Inhale, arch it out. Exhale, round. Come back to center. Let's bring your right foot forward for our first lunge. Let's bring your hands to your right thigh, and we're lengthening out through the crown of your head. Belly is in. And I want you to engage your left glute, your left butt cheek. So lengthening out through the left hip flexor, the front part of your left hip. And then if you want more, gently press into it. So that hip flexor, it's right here, right here. It can get really tight from walking, running, sitting, just anything that flexes the hips, brings your legs closer to your body. And that can get really tight. And we have a muscle in here that's part of your hip flexor. So it starts right here, and it actually moves through your body and connects to the back of your rib cage right here. So when it's really tight, it can cause a lot of low back pain. So we're just gently stretching it, still lengthening out through the crown of your head. And then if you'd like, we can bring your hands down to the ground, and we're just stretching it in a different way here. Bringing your hips down to the ground. And then we'll straighten your front leg, one hand on each side of your leg. This is our half splits. Lengthening out through the crown of your head, and your chest is moving towards your knee. For your half splits, half Hanumanasana. Ooh, hopefully you feel it in your hamstring. Same thing here, when you have really tight hamstrings, it can create low back pain too. So watch this. If you have sciatica, sometimes stretching your hamstrings deeply can trigger that sciatica if it's already hurting. So if you have sciatica, let's come out of that and just come back into that low lunge. One more breath here. I want you to tuck your toes under and walk your hands over to the left for our wide-legged forward fold. Toes are in, heels are out. Inhale, lengthen out through the crown of your head, halfway lift, arms reach out. Reach back behind you, interlace your hands, puff up your chest, and then fold. Just wringing out your upper back. So my legs, I have a little bit of a bend into my knees. Again, my toes are in, heels are out, pressing into the bottoms of my feet. And let your head lengthen out towards the ground. Shake your head, give it a little shake, releasing any tension from your neck. One more breath here. And gently release your hands down to the ground. And just let everything hang here. Again, releasing your jaw, your neck, your eyes. Releasing anything you don't need out the top of your head. Relaxing through your full spine. Let it go a little bit more. One more breath. And then we'll slowly walk your hands over to the right, low lunge. Plant your hands and step back to your tabletop. Let's wag your tail from left to right a few times. Shake it out. And then tuck your toes under, bring your hips back. We'll just be here for a moment. Coming into our turtle pose. So reach back, grab the outsides of your heels, and then we're almost doing like a forward roll. Hey, Max. Coming onto the top of your head. I'm just gonna come onto the top of my bun. Barely have any weight there, like 1 pound of weight, okay? And what we're doing is we're getting this traction in your upper back, spreading your shoulder blades apart. Breathe here. Ooh, this feels so good on my upper back. Inhale, exhale, gently release. Hands come down to the ground and wag your tail left to right. Let it go. Other side. Let's bring your left foot forward for your lunge. Hands come to your left thigh. Lengthen out through the crown of your head. Right glute, right butt cheek is engaged this time. Stand kneeling tall. And then, if it feels okay, we're just gently pressing forward. Really opening up through this right hip flexor. Breathe here. Stay here, or you can bring your hands down to the ground. Our lizard pose, just gently pressing into your hips. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, sending your body the signal that it's okay to relax. Hips move back, straighten your front leg for your half splits, hands on each side. Remember, if you have that sciatica, that SI joint pain, I wouldn't stay here for too long. Maybe give it a little stretch and then go back into that lunge. Few more breaths wherever you were at. Pick whatever pose you want. Bring your hands down to the ground, tuck your back toes under, turn to the right for your wide-legged forward fold. This time we're getting a stretch into your upper back. So left hand comes underneath your face, right arm reaches towards the sky. And notice how my hips want to go out to the side. Square your hips off towards the ground. Bring your right hand to your hips, make sure they're squared, and then reach up to the sky. So we're getting an upper back twist here, upper and mid back twist. And switch sides, right hand underneath your face and reach up. Hips are squared, bring your left hand to your hips, square them off, and then reach back up. Inhale, exhale, hands down to the ground, bend into one knee, straighten the other. Skandasana, getting just a little bit into your hips too. That whole hip area. If it's too tight, let's come over to the other side. If it's too tight, it can create low back pain. One more time on each side, up and over. Up and over. Okay, let's come back to your low lunge. Plant your hands, step back to your table. And cat-cow. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. exhale. Okay, let's do one little quick round of our 90-degree stretch. Y'all know I love this hip one. So it's just getting into our hips a little bit more because again, if they're tight, our low back can be tight. So right leg forward, left leg back. Both legs are at a 90-degree angle, okay? 90 and 90. Lengthen out through the crown of your head, and then we're folding forward over that right leg. And hopefully this feels really good and stretches through the outside of this right hip. All the way up, and then we're just turning to your left, bringing one hand on each side of your thigh, stretching through the left hip now. So you might feel this in a completely different area. I'm feeling it in the front of my, like the inside of my left hip actually. Ooh, and you might cramp up here, that's okay, just come out of it and get back into it. Big breaths. Okay, bring your hands back behind you and windshield wiper your knees from left to right, trying to bring your knee all the way down, one side and then the other. Just loosening things up, getting some mobility in that space. Then we'll turn to your left. Whew, 90 and 90. Lengthen out here and then fold. Hey, Max. Hopefully you feel it on the outside of that left hip. Deep breaths here, just letting everything go. Let's come all the way up. Turn. Oh, I'm already starting to cramp. My right hip's very tight. We're going to turn all the way to your right towards that back leg. Whew. And you may feel it in a completely different spot. That's okay. Few more breaths here. Bring your hands back behind you. Windshield wiper your knees. Oh, and then let's just curl into a little ball and come all the way down into your back. Maybe you rock from left to right along your low back. Let's keep your right knee hugged in, left leg is out long, right arm comes out to a T, and guide your knee over to the left for this twist. Just relax. center. Left knee stays hugged in this time. Right leg is out long. Left arm comes out to a T and guide your knee over to the right. Bring everything back to center. And let's just spread out for our final resting pose, our Shavasana. Get into your comfiest pose. So use any pillows or blankets you need to. We'll just be here for a few minutes, just allowing our practice to sink in and really allow yourself to rest and relax here. You deserve it. You need it. And as we lie here, with our backs resting against the ground, I want you to imagine wherever you normally have pain in your back, I want you to imagine it physically healing right now. That'll look different for everyone. Maybe a light is coming to that space. It is physically rearranging your muscles, your ligaments, your bones, whatever you need to heal. That light is coming through. And it is bringing healing to your body, to your mind, to this space. And let's just rest here. I'll call you out whenever we're ready. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Reach overhead for a full body stretch. And whenever you're ready, we'll bend your knees and move to one side of the body. Pause there for a moment. And then we'll come all the way up, keeping your eyes closed or soft. Root down through your seat, lengthen through the crown of your head. Bring one hand to your heart and the other hand on top. Let's inhale. Exhale through your mouth. 2 more. And thank you so much for being here with me, for joining me, and I hope that you feel a little bit better or a lot better. Hopefully this felt really good. You can always come back to this practice when you need a little extra love for your back. I'll see you next time. Namaste.